Football has grown rapidly in popularity in India over the past few years. Right now it's probably the second most popular sport in India, and yet India hasn't had much to show on the global or even continental stage. They haven't had a team that could compete continentally or globally. Well, that all changed when BFC or Bengaluru FC arrived at the scene. Hey guys, and welcome to yet another episode of the All You Need to Know About Your Club series. Let's dig right into it. Bengaluru FC is a very young club, just 6 years old, formed on 28 June 2013. And yet, they have won a title in every year of their existence. They are arguably the best team in India, and they're ranked 40th in Asia. Before we find out how all this happened, let's go back to their creation. Prior to the 2013-2014 I-League season, AIFF had plans to increase the league by 2 teams. So they decided to get in bidders. So the JSW group bid for a team from Bangalore, which is basically Bengaluru FC, and they won. And well, as they say, the rest is history, as BFC went on to become part of the I-League. The team crest is the Bangalore Palace coloured in white and blue, which are also the jersey colours along with red. This Bangalore Palace represents victory. The pride, resilience and bravery of Bangaloreans is represented by the blue Ganda Berunda on the club logo. And Eddie the Eagle is the mascot of the club. Initially, BFC played in the Bangalore Football Stadium, which received its fair share of criticism for its AstroTurf pitch. Luckily, BFC moved to the Kantirva Stadium prior to the 2014-15 season. The Kantirva Stadium is also home to the West Block stand, which is home to the West Block Blues, one of the most vocal and incredible fan bases in India. The Kantirva Stadium is also known as the Fortress because of BFC's strong home record. Since its creation, BFC has won 53 of 79 home matches and was unbeaten last season at home in the ISL. Ahead of their first season, former Manchester United academy player Ashley Westwood was made the manager, while Toy Singh, the midfielder, was the first signing. However, the most important signing of that inaugural year arguably was club captain Sunil Chetri from Sporting Lisbon. BFC played their first match against India in a friendly, and they drew 1-1. Their first official match was against Mohun Bagan, which they again drew 1-1 as Sean Rooney scored BFC's first ever official goal. Their first victory came 1 week later in a 3-0 drubbing of Rangdajeed United. BFC would go on to win the title by 4 points in that first season, which they secured with a 2-0 victory over Dempo. They were the top scorers of the I-League with 42 goals, while Sunil Chetri won the Golden Boot with 14 goals. Apart from their performances on the pitch, BFC also drew praise for bringing a sense of professionalism to Indian football. The following season, BFC once again won a trophy by beating Dempo. However, this time it was the Federation Cup. They were agonizingly close to winning the I-League as well. Going into the final match day, they needed to beat Mohun Bagan to retain the title. If they drew or lost, Mohun Bagan would win it. BFC were leading 1-0 until a late equalizer from Mohun Bagan snatched the I-League title out of BFC's hands. The I-League was back in BFC's hands the 15-16 season, however. They won the league despite having a goal difference of just 7. And by the time the 2015-2016 season ended, BFC were also in the quarterfinals of the AFC Cup after beating Kitchi 3-2 in the round of 16. This would also be Ashley Westwood's last game as manager, as him and the club decided to part ways at the end of the contract. The 2016-17 season almost felt like a continuation of the previous season. With the I-League starting only in January, all they had to do was, towards the tail end of the 2016 year, was play in the AFC Cup knockout stages. Former Barcelona assistant manager Albert Roca became Bengaluru FC's manager prior to the season. In the quarterfinals of the AFC Cup, BFC got past Tampines Rovers from Singapore to set up a semi-final date against defending champions Johor Darul from Malaysia. Drawing the away leg 1-1, BFC fell behind 1-0 early on at the home leg. However, spurred on by Sunil Chetri brace, BFC came back to win the second leg 3-1 to make it to the AFC Cup final, to become the first Indian team to reach the AFC Cup finals. Unfortunately though, they were outclassed in the final by Air Force Club of Iraq and lost 1-0. Following the final, Albert Roca admitted this by saying that although BFC did deserve to go to the final, they didn't deserve to win it. He also said that BFC needed to be in a more competitive league, and he also said that although India has never shown an incredible level, but India has the potential to do so. In the I-League that season, BFC finished a record low 4th position, but they still kept their run of winning a trophy every season intact by winning the Federation Cup. In the 2017-18 season, Bengaluru FC moved to the ISL once a continental spot was confirmed for this much more lucrative and richer and more high quality football league. And once again, BFC bossed the whole league as they became the first team to beat each and every other team in the ISL at least once in a season. They also topped the league by 8 points, which for context in a 38 game season is like winning the league by 17 points. Unfortunately, however, BFC lost out the final to Chennai FC 3-2. But many fans still felt that Bengaluru FC were the real champions, as they had literally destroyed the whole group stage with their performances. And goalkeeper Gurpreet Singh Sandhu mirrored this opinion. On the bright side, BFC did go on to win the inaugural Super Cup by beating East Bengal 4-1 in the finals. During this season, Miku and Chetri were the star players, scoring 20 and 24 goals in all competitions respectively. Ahead of the 2018-19 season, Carl Quadrat, the former assistant manager, became the head coach. He seemed to have provided a lucky touch, as BFC would go on to win their first ever ISL title as a late 117th minute Rahul Beke goal in the final against FC Goa would give them the ISL. BFC once again have a strong squad this season with a huge Spanish influence with players like Dimas Delgado, Luis Ma, Juanan, etc. Last season, 6 of their 8 foreign players were Spanish. Now with Miku leaving the club, Sunil Chetri and Eric Partalu will be the main players for BFC, with Udanta Flash Singh also being a very promising player. The fans' expectations are always high on this group of players. Once again, BFC are expected to win the ISL, and also they are also expected to make it to the AFC Champions League if the slot is given to ISL, or else at least make it to the semi-finals of the AFC Cup. To put it in simple words, everybody is expecting Bengaluru FC to be the best team in India once again. That's the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you did like the video, please do share it to everyone. Thank you.